What's up, peoples? We here. Get on up in here. You feel me? Ice goes crazy on Joe Budden for disrespecting his family. Did Joe cross the line? Original video by the shop. Let's see what's going on, man. Yeah. All right.
Ice gets super angry at Joe Budden for disrespecting his family.
He talking about. He talking about. He get out of here with that.
He ain't talking about my daughters.
He is not talking about this one. He said whatever the he want.
That's right, Joel. On the last episode of the Joe Budden podcast, we saw Ice get super frustrated, and it showed so deeply that even Mark Lamont and Melissa Ford started to notice it with some of their facial reactions, and even Mark Lamont going so far as to say, "You look really angry, Ice."
I'm going to be the adult in the room for a minute and say that we have created some tension in the room. Y'all seem bothered by this.
I'm ignoring that.
They ain't paying me no
Okay,
money.
you look irritated. I'm bothered by it.
He texts his daughter and shit. They ain't paying me no money.
I'm not paying that no mind.
So how this whole thing escalated, they were having a discussion about fatherhood and raising daughters. And it was Flip and Joe and them. They were really the ones going back and forth about how men try to control the men that their daughters date because they fear that their daughters will end up with somebody like them. This is awful.
Hey, is it me, man? Or wasn't the show supposed to be about men? Like, the man inside the man cave with man talking about all the stories. Yeah, man.
Often something that is very concerning for fathers, especially for fathers who have had, dealings with women, who have run through women and lied to them. They have often considered, oh, that was somebody's daughter. Well, Joe, as he likes to do, pushes the envelope a little too far, and he starts remixing the classic Madonna song, "Papa Don't Preach." And I gotta say, he did a good job of it. And he crosses the line a little bit when he makes an analogy about a sexual act. And it was a joke. The premise was a joke. But it was too close to them because it was possibly about their family. And that angered Flip so much that he would get up and approach Joe and kind of stand over him. And I think Flip was joking. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe it was serious. But I do know if it wasn't Joe and somebody else had made that joke, it probably would have gotten uglier than that. But really, on the Newark side of the couch, you had Ice getting super sensitive. Now, I don't know if he's getting super sensitive. I don't have a daughter, so maybe this is why it really hit home for him. But he started saying stuff like, I know he ain't talking about me. I know he ain't talking about none of that. And if you notice, there is a history of the way Ice likes to cover his family on the show. I mean, he said, I think he said in the back channels to Joe, hey, please don't mess with my family. I don't want to deal with that. And there was a time on the Joe Budden podcast, if you don't remember, about a year into Ish and Ice's arrival, where all Ice would do is talk about his family. That's every time you asked him about,
is Ice still with his woman? I ain't been listening in a minute, so I've been trying to do my own things, as you can see.
Or you could ask him about the Brooklyn Nets. He would say, "Oh, I love my family." And I think Joe hit him up behind the scenes and straight up told him, "We don't want to hear none of that." So that was a creative difference that occurred. But here we go, many years later, and Ice does not like how Joe played with his name, played with his, family dynamic. And this is just something to watch because Ice has been really sensitive over the last couple of months. There was the Flip incident where Flip was making fun of Ice for how he was dressed and ready to go for the 10-year anniversary. He was making fun of him. He said he looked like somebody who killed Malcolm X. And then there was another time where Ice was made fun of by Flip for how he wanted to leave the show earlier. And he was like, oh, look at him. He's on his phone. He's angry. He wants to go see his girl. And Ice was not digging that scene at all. But there was also other members of the show.
Hey, my boy, you pay close attention to this show, man. It's crazy.
Like I mentioned earlier, you saw Melissa Ford kind of squirm and notice how mad Ice was. Then you saw Mark Lamont Hill say, oh, he looks really upset. And Ice said he wasn't upset, but there was some body language that could kind of reveal how angry he was. I mean, his foot was shaking voraciously, very fast. And he also said that he didn't know the Madonna song, Papa Don't Preach. Now, most people know that song. It's one of the biggest songs to come out of the 80s. So
I don't know the song. And I'm born in the 80s. I don't know the song. Damn, should I look it up? Should I look it up? Sound like I can play it, though. All right.
So, as you can see, Ice wasn't feeling it. But let me know what you think. Do you feel like Joe Budden crossed the line? As a joke, I thought it was great, man. And I think this is attention for the Joe Budden podcast. You know, one moment, you want to make the best content available. But then, something else happens. The issues of respect, culture. Like the culture, you're not allowed to play with someone's family. But
hey, who do y'all think is gonna lead there first? Who's gonna be the first to lead a Joe Budden podcast? Out of the core dudes and women and girl, and woman. Let me see that they're showing that Ice got a trouble, storyline. They were talking about Ish not signing his little situation. I don't know if he signed it. I haven't been listening. And then Melissa with the backstabbing, snitching on people. And then Flip on his just wild behavior. So everybody besides Parks has some type of beef or some type of scruffle on the podcast. Let me see. Everybody would say Flip would be the first to lead, but I think it's gonna be surprising. It's gonna be probably Ish or Ice gonna lead first. I don't know, man. Let me know, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You feel me? Oh, shit. I gotta fucking go. Damn, I woke up late as fuck, man. I ain't even cook me nothing to eat. I gotta stop and get something to eat. Let me fish up out of this. What I want to eat. They're gonna probably like this one. It's gonna be out though. I'm still figuring this shit out. this shit is. You gotta be moving and talking at the same time. Pausing, flipping on the other screen. Maybe I need to stop going fucking live and pre-record my shit so I can knock out all of the shit I don't like, all the pauses. Maybe I shouldn't do this live. See, if I try to take my time, it's gonna take forever to do one video, and then I'm gonna slow down because I don't want everything to be perfect. I don't know, man. I don't. I gotta stay up. But I could just make long ass content and chop it up. And everything becomes smaller. So I can just give out phrases and shit like Okay, we got that. Fuck, we should just do it all. Do it all. Do that, and that. Every idea I just said, do all of them. Could you do all of them? Yeah, I could do all of them. Maybe I should write this shit down. Do a little bit of all of them. Yeah, a little bit of all of them. You get them all. You get all of it. Yeah, get all of it. Get out of it. Yeah. Alright. So do long, short, medium content. All of it. Okay, I just came up with an idea. I want to do all forms of content, like long format, short format, maybe pictures too, and writing. How can I go about doing that?
That's a fantastic idea. Diversifying your content can really engage a wider audience and keep things interesting. Here's how you can get started. 1. Define your niche. First, be clear on what topics or themes you want to focus on. This will ensure consistency across all your content. 2. Content planning. Create a content calendar. Plan when you will be publishing content, and in what format. This will help you stay organized and ensure a steady flow of content. 3. Research and inspiration. Look at what similar creators are doing in your niche. This doesn't mean copying them, but you can draw inspiration for formats and styles. 4. Long-form content. Consider starting a blog or a YouTube channel. Long-form content is great for educational or deep dive topics. Make sure you split your content into clear sections for easier reading or viewing. 5. Short form content. Use platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, or Twitter for short, engaging content. This is perfect for quick tips, updates, or teasers for your long form content. 6. Photography and graphics. Use platforms like Canva to create visuals. High quality images and graphics can enhance your content and make it more shareable. 7. Writing. For written content, practice concise and engaging prose. Whether it's a blog or social media post, clarity and engagement are key. 8. Engage with your audience. Respond to comments and messages. Engagement fosters a community around your content. 9.
Damn.
Feedback and iteration. Pay attention to analytics and feedback. Use this information to refine your content approach. 10. Consistency is key. Regular posting helps you stay in your audience's mind. Stick to your schedule as much as possible. Remember, it's important to balance quality with quantity. Good luck with your content creation journey.
So can I do all that without engaging with these motherfuckers? Cause I hate doing my fucking comments and replying back to now. Shit. Oh man. Alright. I got a plan.